In this video, I will talk about four key areas. One is my accomplishment. Secondly, I will talk about specific stream knowledge in the project. I also talk about lesson learned while carrying out my tasks. I will also speak about areas that needs improvement for the next sprint. So I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ejike Ekenna. I played the role of Scrum Master in this project. Um, Now, some of my key accomplishments was to create a BPM diagram. I also designed a mock-up of some of the key functional requirements using Balsamic wireframe. Now, some of the requirements that I was able to show in my design using the balsamic wireframe was I I showed user login, what it will look like in the real website. I also showed admin login, how it will come out in the website. I also show the user registration. So what this does was I quickly designed this, gave it to the development team to have a look, to have an idea, to see the concept that we're trying to use, and also we presented it to the client to have a look and also see if there are areas that needs to be corrected. So this was just like a guideline for the development team. Also, I use the BPN diagram to show the business process, cutting across all the functional requirements like the login, user login, admin login, and user registration. So these are my accomplishments. And secondly, the specific stream knowledge I got from this project is the power of team, like the power of working as a team, the power of communication, the power of collaboration. These were very, very essential in carrying out my tasks because is a teamwork, is a project. So we actually needed to work as a team in order to achieve a specific goals. So this knowledge was so helpful and essential for me to carry out my tasks and to make sure that I come up with all the requirements that is needed from my own end. So the lesson I learned from this sprint one is that the user stories and the acceptance criteria is a very essential part of this project. Yes, the user stories there could we could miss out something and that could be used in the next sprint, but the acceptance criteria should be carefully looked at. So if there's any mistake on the acceptance criteria, it's very, very difficult to it's very, very hard to correct it, and it might cost the project a lot. So um, I made sure that everything was in place, and that the acceptance criteria satisfied the user story while carrying out this my task. Then finally, areas that I think that needs to be improved in the next sprint is um, effective communication, like reaching out to the team on time and create our stand-up meetings in order to discuss all the functional requirements that we need to come up with, and also sit down with the development team and the product owner to look at all the acceptance criteria, go through it one after the other to ensure that they all satisfy what our user story is. They have to satisfy it. So these are the things that I think that needs to be improved in order to carry out the sprints effectively. And also um, another thing is to ensure that all all the things that we're going to do in the next sprint, we carefully put down a list and follow it accordingly, and make sure that we got across all the requirements that is needed in the next sprint. Thank you.